Good afternoon. Right. In today's class, you will be using density rule to find the missing mass, volume, and also I'll take density of population related questions. So let's go to the next page with formulae. Here, there are two formulae. One is material density. Like if you are computing density of copper or the density of, let's say, aluminum or sulfuric acid, those kind of questions, then you will be taking first one, which is this rule. You will be taking density equals to mass per volume. When you are taking population density, in my previous sessions, already I explained what is population density. If you take New York, the number of people living in New York is really very high. If you take Navajo Nation, the people are, of course, some population is there, but it is not as thick or as dense as New York, right? Anyhow, I'll explain maybe one or two questions of this kind. Now, let's go and start really quick with one very good question. This question is from Big Ideas Math. The diagram shows the dimensions of a concrete cylinder. Concrete has a density, so always, first of all, you copy the information. So here, density is given as density of concrete is 2.3 grams per cubic centimeter. Find the mass. Okay, so mass is to be computed. Find the mass of the concrete cylinder to the nearest gram. Okay, so did he mention the volume part? Oh, here the dimensions are given. So I was looking for volume. Anyhow, volume. Please see that this one gives a concrete cylinder. So I have to think of what is the formula or rule for finding volume of a cylinder. So volume of a cylinder, as you know, that it is pi times radius square times height. Now let me plug in the values. In my previous sessions, I said that leave pi as it is. But in this question, you have to take the value of pi as 3.14. And what is the radius means? You see that it is 24 inches. Therefore, 24 square, radius square is there. Therefore, I'm taking the 24 square times what is h. Here, the height of the cylinder or the width of the concrete roller, these two are one and same. That is 32. Therefore, here let me grab my calculator, which is 3.14 times 24 square times 32. So I got some answer. This one is 57876.48. But before computing further, I have to check. See, whatever the answer is there, I get in terms of cubic inches, right? But here it is mentioned cubic centimeter. Do you know how to convert from inches to centimeters? Actually, 1 inch equals to, let me take my pen. 1 inch equals to 2.54 centimeters. Because the given units are in inches. If you compute this way, what happens is you'll end up with a wrong answer, because whatever the answer you get, that one is in cubic inches. But the given question here, you please see that the units are here, the cubic centimeters. Therefore, I have to convert whatever the units are given in inches, from inches to centimeters I have to transform. Therefore, 24 inches are there. So, how many centimeters means? Let me grab my calculator here. So, 24 times 2.54. I repeat, 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Then, if I take 24 inches, then how many centimeters means? Obviously, you know that we have to multiply. So, 24 times 2.54 is giving 60.96. Therefore, instead of taking 24, I am taking now 60.96 centimeters. You know, it's radius square times height is 32 inches. So 32 inches means how many centimeters? How many centimeters? Therefore, it is 32 times 2.54. Don't forget that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Therefore, 32 inches, how many centimeters? Means 32 times 2.54. So let me take my calculator. 32 times 2.54, that is giving me 81.28. So it is 81.28 centimeters. So you have to be careful, especially while computing, because whether the units are the same or not. Well, so let me grab my calculator. 3.14 times 60.60.96 whole square times 81.28. So this is the volume, such a big number. It is 94, oh sorry, 948,425.5819. After decimal adjust, I am taking only two digits. So two decimal places. These means centimeter cube. Again, I am repeating. Please notice that I converted the given values from inches to centimeters. Next, let's talk about how to compute mass. How to compute mass. Do you remember in my previous classes I explained about the magic triangle? Inside the magic triangle, you draw English alphabet T. You know, density equals to, let me use a different color. Density equals to mass per volume. Well, we are looking to find mass. Therefore, I told you that to take your thumb and put it on that magic triangle and cover that M. So when M is covered, D and V are side by side. That means density times volume. Again, I'm repeating, mass equals to density times volume. What is the density? Just you bring it and plug in here, which is 2.3 times. And what is volume means? Oh my gosh, this is such a large number. This one is 948,425.58. So multiply. Let me multiply this one with 2.3. I got again such a large number. 2181,378 Just I'm dropping the decimals here. I see that these many grams. Okay, you know, there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. Therefore, in order to convert the answer, whatever we obtained, into kilograms, you have to divide it by 1,000. So when you do it, just assume that the decimal is uh, at the end or maybe the last digit here. Okay, and if you are dividing, then just count the number of zeros. So I see that there are three zeros in the denominator, therefore it moves to left side by three places. Therefore, you see that 2,181.378. If I round it, I'll get that 4 kilograms. That is the mass of the cylinder. Okay. Now, questions. So let me proceed to the next question. My bad. Okay. Oh, for some reason I left page 4 as blank. This is a straight question that the mass of a pure silver coin is 5.3 grams. So always you copy the information. Mass is 5.3 grams. 5.3 grams. The volume is 0.75 centimeters. What is the density? Come on, this is really easy question. You know that density equals to mass per volume. So just plug in the numbers. Mass goes here, volume goes to the denominator. As simple as that. So mass is 5.3 grams. Volume is 0.75. And this is my apologies. It is a centimeter cube. Typo error. So it is a centimeter cube. Now I'm taking my calculator, which is here 5.3 divided by 0.75 is computed. I see that 7.06. Therefore, 7.06 grams per centimeter cube, that's the density. It's a pretty easy question. I know that you will not be having any questions or doubts. So let me quickly jump to the next page. Again, these numbers, whatever you see, these are just, I cooked up a story or kind of question, so the numbers may not represent the actual statistics. So here, the population density of Ganado is 84.5. Okay, so population density. What is the formula means? It is the beginning already I mentioned it is n over a. What n stands for means it is number of people. I'll say that yeah, population, number of people over a stands for here area. So the population density. Let me write the details. It is population density equals to 84.5 and per acre. Okay, exactly 1,250 households live in Canada. That means number of people are given. Actually, I know that it is not that dense, but just I'm taking some numbers and how many acres. That means the question is what is the area, right? Now just plug in these numbers. Population density, that goes here. Next, number of people, this one goes here. And area is the question mark, right? So I see that 84.5 equals to 1250 over area, we don't know. This is one way of doing, okay? But I personally prefer maybe a different method. Um, the other method is just a minute, let me undo this one. So either you can plug in this way, but I know that this one takes a lot of time. Instead of that, let me rely on my magic triangle. The magic triangle is drawn. Take English alphabet T. Then later on, write that population density equals to number of people over area. Now, you are planning to compute the area, right? So you may use your thumb and close that area part, close the area part. Then what is the rule for computing area means you see that n over d, right? Therefore, the same thing I am writing here, area equals to n over d, or maybe number of people over density, right? Then it's easy to compute. So number of people, I think this is better. If you use the magic triangle, straight away you can plug in, then it becomes easy. So number of people, I see that 1250 divided by density, I see that it is 84.5. 84.5. So let me take my calculator, 1250 divided by 84.5, 14.79. 14.79. The question is how many acres of land is there? So 14.79 acres. That's the area of the Ganado. Anyhow, this may not be true. If you go and Google, you may see a different answer, but this is for mathematical purpose, right? Now, questions, please. Okay, let me go to the next question. Uh, You might heard about this astronaut. Kalpana Chawla, astronaut extraordinary, has returned to the Kennedy Space Center with samples from her recent travels. She has 5,740 grams of soil from Mars. So this one is representing mass, right? So mass of the material or whatever the soil she brought, it is 5,740 grams. Given the mass has an average density is given. So let me copy that. Density equals to 3.21 grams per cubic centimeter. How many cubic meters? Density and mass are given. What is missing means obviously the third component is, that is volume is missing. So if density asked, it is easy, that mass per volume. Otherwise, I strongly recommend you to draw the magic triangle. In the magic triangle, just you write the density formula or density rule. Before that, you write the English alphabet T, then write the formula. Density equals to mass per volume. Now, You are asked to find volume. Again, you can close that volume v in the formula. You can use your thumb to cover it. Then what is the condition for finding volume means you can see that m over d, right? Again, I'm repeating here, you are asked to find the volume. Therefore the volume is, if you mask it, then what the formula means, it is m over d, or mass per density. Therefore let me write that volume equals to, it is mass per density. Then just plug in these numbers. What is mass means, you see that it is 5,740 grams, 5,740 grams over what is density means, you see that 3.21. So let me write 3.21 grams per centimeter cube. Now let me take my calculator. Now it is 5,740 divided by 3.21. So 1788 after decimal. Just two digits are sufficient. So two places of decimal, 16. Anyhow, this is volume. You have to be little careful while writing the units. I see that the density is given. The density is given that grams per cubic centimeter. Grams per cubic centimeter. So obviously the units should be here. Cubic centimeters. That's the volume. So this much of volume. See, what are the numbers I am supplying in this question? They may not be the actual numbers. Just I cooked up some stories. Okay. Now, any questions? Well, so let me go to the next question. I'll do one thing. I'll take the next question and we'll come back to this question. Okay. Let me move this one a little up. An Arizona-based dairy farm has a milking herd that collectively produces 225,000 pounds of milk. Okay, so let me copy the information first. 225,000 pounds of milk per square kilometer. Okay, so per square kilometer means I would say that per 1 square kilometer it is 225,000 pounds of milk. And next, for a total of 9,900,000, 9,900,000 pounds of milk, how many square kilometers of area is needed? Or how many square kilometers do these cows get to roam around on? Actually, these numbers really they look so scary, but instead of this one, I'll give you one small, very small example. Say that the cost of one pen equals to $2, and tell me how many cans can you buy for $10? The cost of one pen is $2, and how many pens can you buy for $10? Do you know what the answer is? Do you know what the answer is? One pen costs $2, and how many pens can you buy for $10? Do you know how many pens can you buy? Well, 5 pence. How did you get 5 pence means actually when you take 10 and divide by 2, therefore 10 divided by 2 that gives me 5 pence. Let me cross check again. Let me cross check again. 1 pen is costing $2. Then if I buy 5 pence, how much I have to pay? Yes, $10. Right? Now, this situation is also exactly similar to the example which I have given. But these numbers are too big. Really, we don't know what to do. But if I compare with the example, now I know that what to do. That is, I have to take 9900,000 divided by 225,000. You know, numerator 10, so numerator three zeros, denominator three zeros are cancelled. 9,900 divided by 225 means I'm using my calculator, which is 9900 divided by 225, therefore 44. So the answer is 44. So what is 44 means? The question is how many square kilometers? Therefore 44 square kilometers. Therefore, 44 square kilometers these cows has get to roam around so that they can make this much of milk. Okay. Now, any questions on this? Especially the first example. I told you that when you look at the question, it looks really scary. But when you think of this small example, take this example with small numbers, then you can, not only this question, if you have a question with the large numbers, if you don't know what to do, think of a similar situation with small numbers, preferably within 1 through 10, then that gives you a better idea how to solve it. Okay? Okay, so let me go to the next question. Well, the next question is a rectangular block of copper metal weighs 2295 grams. The dimensions of the block are the 17.4 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters by 5.6 centimeters. What is the density of copper? Actually, the question seems to be a straight question because a rectangular block of copper metal weighs. So here the weight is given. So sorry, the mass value is given as 2295 grams. Next, the dimensions of the block are, so the block dimensions are given as 17.4 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters by 5.6 centimeters. You know, here volume means you know that how to compute. We take length multiplied by width multiplied by height. Therefore, let me compute using my calculator. So, 17.4 multiplied by 6.5 multiplied by 5.6, it's giving me 633.36, 633.36 cubic centimeters. You know, it is centimeters, 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 therefore that is centimeter cube or cubic centimeter. Now the question is, what is the density? So, you know here, density equals to, it is mass per volume. So what is mass means? Let me plug in these numbers. 2295 grams over 600 33.36 cubic centimeters. So again, I'm taking my calculator. It is 2295 divided by 633.36. That is giving me 3.62, 3.6235. So this is grams per centimeter cube. But the question is, you are asked to express in kilograms per cubic meter, not in grams per cubic centimeter. So in such case, what to do is, if you want to convert this one, if you want to convert grams per cubic centimeter to kilograms per cubic meters, what to do means simply multiply by 1000. So just multiply with 1000. Okay. Again, I'm repeating. You take times 1000. What are the answer you got? So when you multiply a decimal value by 1000, this one moves to right side by 3 places. If you can't remember, take the calculator. 3.6235. I know what the answer is. When you multiply by 1000, you should get 3623, or else. So the answer is 3623. That is 3623.5 kilograms per cubic meters. If you are taking a multiple choice test, what happens is you may have this option, and you may get tempted to choose this one, but that is not the right answer, because the question is you are asked to express in kilograms per cubic meters. I know that this is a simple question, so I'm not asking whether you have doubts or not. Let me go to the next one. Okay. While digging in the backyard, you find an old coin. Oh my gosh. Okay. Its mass is 26.7 grams and its volume is 3 centimeters. Oh, so what is the given information? Mass is given, volume is given. So if I know mass and volume, what can I find? Density, right? Yes, it makes sense. Therefore, let me write the information first. Mass equals to 26.76 grams. And next, volume equals to 3. Oh, my apologies. It is supposed to be 3 cubic centimeters. The typo error. So what is density? Now at this point I need not draw my magic triangle, because density equals to density equals to mass per volume, right? It is mass per volume. Therefore, what is mass here? 26.76 over what is volume? 3. Now I'm taking my calculator. 26.76 divided by 3, 8.92. Therefore, 8.92 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay. Once when you get these numbers, is it 8.92? No. Is this 8.92? No. Is this? No. Then you have, 8.92 is here. Therefore, what are the coin I got? Therefore, the object is made of copper. Okay. I was thinking, what do I got a gold coin? If I get gold coin, that's really great. Okay, that's it for me for today's session. If you have any questions, feel free to send an email. Bye. See you in the next session.